Buenas tardes, gente. This is, as always, Isidro Montalvo Espinosa, broadcast coordinator for Liga Nacional Puertorriqueña en Vivo. We're here with Game 2 of the 1906 Campeonato Nacional Puertorriqueño. If you are watching this, then we thank you for engaging with the non-stream games, flying solo, of course. My co-host, the redoubtable Luisa, usually on stream, but today it's just me. We want to make sure that this entire championship, as far as we can make it available to the public, is up for you to peruse. We want you to see how these plucky Amigos de Guánica, who have made some changes in their lineup, try to tie this series up against Rio Grande. The Cotorras remain, of course, a mighty squad, but today they've got the definite third wheel of their playoff rotation, Mario Cordero. Meanwhile, Guanica has inserted catcher Rian Higgins and designated hitter Noé Pérez into the lineup in hopes of perhaps sparking some offensive power and wowing the opposition with the incredible mustache that Noé Pérez, pardon me, there's some real euphony in that name, is packing here. No point in delaying things any longer. The Cotorras certainly would like to get on in and whoop some ass in this game. The wind blowing left to right today, still raining here in Rio Grande. Attendance about the same as yesterday, 4,600, almost 4,700 in a park that normally sits about 3,200, I believe, if my latest figures are correct. And there's not much else to be said there. You know who these guys are, but let's go over the Amigos lineup because that has actually changed. The Cotorras are the same as they were for Game 1. So the starting lineup now for the visiting Amigos de Guánica. Leading off and playing left field once again, it is number 23, Mario Franco. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 3, Noé Pérez. Batting third, the third baseman, number 44, Sebastián Martín. Inserted in tonight's lineup and catching, number 29, Mr. Rian Higgins from Dublin. Great catcher, a little bit above average offensively. Certainly they'll be looking for him to add some punch today. Batting fifth and playing first base, number 86, Emmanuel Vargas. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 25, Søren Larson. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, number 14, Eleuterio de la Cruz. Batting eighth and playing right field, number 35, Gaudencio Ojeda. Batting ninth and playing center field, number 24, Osmundo Mercado. And pitching tonight for the Amigos de Guánica, number 39, Francisco Ramirez. 5-pitch arsenal, ground baller. Hopefully that defense is going to play well behind him and prevent some runs, because on the other side of things, you know this lineup, you love this lineup, you saw this lineup win 5-3 in Game 1, and it's leading off and playing second base, number 34, Tito Alvarado. Batting second and playing center field, number 18, Cosme Tejeda. Batting third and playing first base, number 8, Jesus Torres. Batting fourth and playing left field, number 23, Alarico Sauceda. Batting fifth and playing right field, number 33, Raúl Alzate. Batting sixth and catching, number 10, Rafael Cepeda. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 15, Marcos Michaca. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 6, Sam Rigby. And batting ninth and playing third base, number 2, Riley O'Sullivan. Both teams have Irishmen in their starting lineup. You don't tend to see that very often in this era of the Liga Nacional Puertorriqueña, despite the allowance of talent from other countries. Surprising. Pitching tonight for the Cotorras de Río Grande is number 25, Mario Cordero, also known as El Majadero. Annoying, bothersome. Cordero is a lefty. Can throw pretty hard, actually. Fastball, curveball, and sinker. That's a 3-pitch setup that has served him well with the defense he's playing in front of. And frankly, he was supposed to be a lot better before. I believe he missed. Yeah, he damaged a ligament in his elbow in 1903, and wasn't quite the same after that. He had a pretty good 1904 and then just completely fell off the table in 05 and 06. I want to be clear, this is comparatively speaking. Still a pretty good pitcher, just not what he was expected to be when he first signed with the Cotorras. Deeply outclassed by Castillo and Vasquez regardless. During these playoffs, however, he's doing quite well. 47 innings, 3 wins and a loss, and an ERA of 1.34 despite walking more guys than he's struck out. So this ought to be an interesting game for him. This is where he proves whether he really can stand up to the pressure of the national championship. It's time we get going here. Let's do it. This is Game 2 of the Campeonato Nacional Puertorriqueño here at the Recinto Atlético del Noreste. Cotorras de Río Grande send Mario Cordero, who held opponents to a 257 batting average, and Mario Franco there on the 1-1 pitch. Pops, not quite pops up. It's a line drive, but Tejeda has it in short center field, and we are off a sinker that he didn't quite get the timing right on. Could not get it past Tejeda in center field. Here comes designated hitter Noé Pérez, doing quite badly in the postseason. Surprising that he sat out, not surprising rather, then he sat out Game 1, though he does have a home run and 8 runs batted in, as well as 11 stolen bases, so look for him to be dangerous if he can make it on. 1 out and the base is empty. Here on the 1-0 pitch, Perez rolls that one to O'Sullivan at third, no problem for him. He throws across the hallway, and that is out number 1. Here comes Sebastián Martín. 5 pitches for Cordero to set down the 1 and 2 batters. Can Martín do any different? He has done quite well during the postseason so far. 2 outs, base is empty, and against Cordero on the 3-1 count. Despite that being a hitter's count, he swings, lifts it into foul territory, and Torres has it. We are through the top of the first. The Amigos prove unable to get anything going, in the Cotorras now get to face their number 3 punch. Francisco Ramirez, number 39, out for them. He is sitting on an ERA of 2.11 after 38 and a third innings. He's allowed 9 earned runs, 18 walks to 12 strikeouts. Tito Alvarado, one of the fastest guys in the entire league, is here to lead off the game against him. Let's see what's going to happen. Alvarado immediately working a full count before drawing the walk. Dangerous there as Higgins unable to frame that strike. It's a 6-pitch at-bat with a lot of cutters in there. Ramirez, now with a man aboard and no outs, faces Cosme Tejeda. For 1 count, Tejeda with a sac bunt. That goes to Ramirez. They get the out at first, but it moves Alvarado up to second, and he's dangerous enough to try and steal third. Jesus Torres comes up and call him the drum machine because he's OPSing 808. Man on second with 1 out. That's pretty good. On the very first pitch, Alvarado tries for third. He'll be there ahead of the ball, and that's Alvarado's 13th steal in the postseason. Man on third, 90 feet away to score the first run of the game. Can Torres get it done? Very next pitch, Torres grounds that one to Larson at second. He hesitates for a second and then, unfortunately, has to throw to first. That cost him the chance to prevent the run at home. Alvarado scores, and the Cotorras once again are up by 1 in the bottom of the first. These Parrots are unstoppable. Alarico Sauceda will keep it rolling with 2 outs and the bases empty. Good work by Tito Alvarado setting the table as Sauceda there rockets it to the shortstop De La Cruz. He has all the time in the world as he steps to his right, throws to first, and we are through 1 inning. Rio Grande once again proves incredible at leading off the game. The Parrot magic is on full display as they put a run across on a walk, a sac bunt, a steal of third, and a ground out. Notice, none of that was a base hit. We go into the second inning, and Rian Higgins will get to take his first cuts in a Campeonato Nacional game. And if you're Rian Higgins, you have to be even happy to be here. It was somewhat surprising that your team would make it this far. And while you are a decent enough player, a pretty good catcher, the fact that you're getting to bat in these games is an honor. But obviously you want to win here. And with your team from behind, you have to lead off this inning and do something against Cordero, who dismissed the top of your lineup in just 10 pitches. Normally, of course, as he swings at the 2-2 pitch, that's grounded to the shortstop. Rigby has it, throws to first, and that's out number 1. A 6-pitch at bat before he grounds out on that fastball. Good work, but nothing to show for it. And if you're Rian Higgins, as I was saying, you obviously want to get something done here. Cordero taking 10 pitches to dismiss the top of the lineup. Now, most years, you go into the postseason, you can say, oh, we'll get to him at some point. That will happen. There's no way it won't. But this is 1906. 3 no-hitters have been thrown in the postseason. One of them by a Guánica pitcher, El Nostro Gutierrez, I believe, with Higgins catching him. So you know that it can happen. It's dangerous to assume anything. Cordero against Vargas. Vargas has, other than that 3-run home run against Curabo, has not done very well in the postseason, and here you can see why. Not quite enough power to get that out of here. Sauceda able to reel it in, and that's 2 outs. Here comes Larson, a heavy contact bat. Can he do any better than batters 4 or 5? 2 outs, bases empty. Larson, 1-1 count. That's rolled to Rigby, and once again, no problem. Throwing across to Jesus Torres. Another clean inning for Mario Cordero here in the top of the second, and the Cotorras have a chance to pile onto Francisco Ramirez. He faces Raul Alzate, who has been one of the biggest contributors on the offense. Great on-base machine, gets on by any means necessary, and here on the full count pitch, that's a line drive into left field. Listen to that sound. Beautiful crack bat as he makes it the first on an easy line drive there. First hit for the Cotorras, not their first base runner, and he lands it easily in front of Franco, whose defensive instincts might be a little bit weaker than they used to be. Rafael Cepeda up next. He's been annoyingly good at moving runners, and he proves it again here. That is off the wall. Franco challenging for third, I believe. As Alzate does in fact make it. It's a double for Cepeda. And they are cooking. The Rio Grande catcher targets once again Franco in left field. He's able to get the throw far too late. The cutoff man there. And they end up just having to throw to home. And boy, 2 on with no outs for Francisco Ramirez. He's already in trouble as he faces Michaca. First pitch to Michaca. He grounds it out to short. Larson drops it. Another error. He bungles it, and that'll score a second run. It is now 2-0 for the Cotorras after that one. Runners remain on the corners with no outs, and the bottom of the lineup coming up. Against most teams, you could relax a little bit, try to get your cheap outs, but Rigby and O'Sullivan have both been very, very bothersome on opposing pitching. Rigby here draws a walk to load the bases, and boy, with his 20th walk of the postseason, Ramirez really putting himself out of contention here early. Bases loaded for Riley O'Sullivan, who is normally no good against righties, but he proved he had it in him with an RBI double in Game 1. Can he repeat? 1-2 count. He strikes out. It's actually that cheap out that they so badly needed. But they need more than one. Bases remain loaded with 1 out for Tito Alvarado. If they can get out of here having allowed just the 1-1, it'll be a miracle. And indeed, Alvarado draws another walk to force in a run in a championship game. Ramirez's third walk of the game is second to Alvarado. And the Cotorras extend their lead. It's now 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. Tejeda comes up. Base is still loaded with 1 out. First pitch to him. Knocked to third, and Martin drops it. Another error. It'll be 4-0 as that error brings in another run. Still only 1 out with the bases loaded. Perhaps Rio Grande's magical power is the ability to make sure the baseball is always just that little bit wet. As Jesus Torres comes up, he's 0-for-1 with a ribby. First pitch to him. Knocked into the air, left center field. It evades Mercado. That's going to be down for extra bases. Jesus Torres trying for third, not quite making it, and it clears the bases. Torres has a 3 RBI double here in the bottom of the second, and those 2 errors prove indeed very, very costly. Rio Grande now leads 7-0 as a 6-run second inning has developed here. Why Ramirez is still in the game is beyond me. I guess they don't have much of a bullpen. If we take a look there, they've got Felipe Gonzalez, decent enough, Denzel Hicks, Miguel Valles, and Sid Maldonado. All decent bullpen arms that could be in here, but none of them have the stamina to last more than an inning or two. So I understand trying to stretch out Ramirez. You don't want to need these guys in Game 2. You shouldn't need these guys in Game 2. That double should have never happened. But here we are, and Sauceda has a chance to make it 8-0. They've been hammering his pitches, and all first or second pitches, too. I don't know what Ramirez is doing, but it is not a good idea. Torres takes third. Sauceda moves the runner over, and here comes Alzate, who provided the first hit of the game earlier this very inning. Runners on the corners with 1 out, and on the 1-0 pitch, Sauceda breaks for second. The runner is safe. Sauceda has successfully stolen his 9th base of the postseason. On a full count pitch, Alzate grounds to short. De La Cruz grabs it, throws to first, and that is out number 2, but not before Torres is able to score. It's 8-0 now as Ramirez remains just absolutely beleaguered. 1 earned run in a game you're losing 8-0. Brutal. Then on second with 2 outs, and here comes Cepeda, also 1-1. He hit a double last time he came to the plate, and here on the 2-0 pitch, he swings, hits it hard. Throw coming in from the outfield, and it's offline. Sauceda can slide in easily as Mercado can't quite hit the target. Represented by Higgins' gloves, Cepeda brings home 1 with a single, and Rio Grande has scored 8 runs in the bottom of the second. It is a 9-0 ball game here. Absolute explosion of offense, as no matter what Ramirez does, they're hitting it. Ichaka 0-for-1 with a ribby. Can he do something? Grounds it out to third base. Martin holds on to the ball, throws to second. And Rio Grande absolutely cooks the Amigos here in the bottom of the second. They go from a 1-0 ball game, manageable, to 9 runs on the board, 8 of them coming in this last inning. Sending, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 men to the plate. A bater's dozen, a batter's dozen, perhaps, as we are through 2 innings. How the Amigos are even remotely going to get back into this one is a great question. Cordero is at 21 pitches through 2, and he faces Eleuterio de la Cruz. 3-1 count. De la Cruz barely above 200 for the year, and he draws a walk here. Leads off. I don't believe De La Cruz is much of a runner, but he is likely to attempt to steal here. They get a little bit desperate. Gaudencio Ojeda, not done well during the postseason on the 1-0 count. That is sent to second, back to first. Perfect double play there as Alvarado throws to Rigby, back to Torres. And that is, I mean, if you thought that the Cotorras were not favored by the baseball gods, that should put it beyond question. Here comes Mercado, now with 2 outs and the base is empty. As the rain stops now, there'll still be water on the field, of course, and Mercado strikes out on the 2-2 pitch. Goes down looking on a fastball. The score remains the same. Rio Grande has a chance to crack double digits by the bottom of the third. Hector Delgado, who started game 1, is back in the game. This is actually quite brutal with them. To put him back in for game 2, 3 innings in when he just started one, he literally threw How many pitches did he throw yesterday? 131, and you're putting him back in. Sure, whatever. Sam Rigby's out. Francisco Ramirez will almost certainly take the loss here as Delgado opens up with a strikeout. Let's see, let's just check Francisco Ramirez's ultimate line here. 2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 9 runs, 1 earned run, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout over 56 pitches, 2 innings. Honestly, probably could have left him in for more, but Guánica seems to think that they can still somehow win this ball game. We'll see how that goes. He faces Riley O'Sullivan, who struck out last time. This time on a full count. He lifts that one right field, not quite enough. And it lands in Ojeda's glove safely. Out number 2. Lineup turns over, and here comes Tito Alvarado, who, like everybody else, has brought in a run, in his case by walking, but Delgado finishes him off with strikeout number 2. Delgado pitches a clean inning in the bottom of the 3rd. The first inning that the Cotorras have not scored in, with 2 strikeouts. Of course, Río Grande remains very much in the lead as we head into the middle of the game. Mario Cordero threw 3 innings as a walk and a strikeout, 35 pitches. He will face Franco, the top of the lineup coming up. Franco not doing so hot. And on the 2-2 count here, he lifts that one into left field. That does not escape Sauceda's notice. He's got it all the way. That's out number 1. Noé Pérez will try now. 1 down and the base is empty. Pérez rockets that to Tejeda in center field, and he's got it. Another running catch in the outfield. Goes after the first pitch fastball and nothing to show for it. Here comes Martin, who's 0 for 1 on the day. 1-0 count. He popped up to first base last time, and this time he makes it through. There goes the no-hitter as Tejeda has to play it on a bounce. And Martin here in the top of the 1st has at least saved Guánica that particular embarrassment. Rian Higgins coming up next. Can he improve on this result? Cordero is not invulnerable. They could still win this game if they know what they're doing, but I think that proves they don't. Higgins grounds out to Alvarado and thrown out at first. They get a hit, but that's all they're getting. The Cotorras remain in the lead 9-0 and get a chance to try and break double digits once again. This time against the guy they rung up for 4 runs yesterday. 16 pitches on the line for Delgado in his first inning, and he will face Osme Tejeda. 3-1 count. Tejeda lifts that one into left field. Franco chasing it down, and he actually makes the good decision there on where to stop. Grabs it. It's out number 1. Next up, Jesus Torres, who's 1 for 2 and has already batted in 4 runs today, including 3 on that bases clearing double. 2-0 count. Chops it to shortstop. De La Cruz has it in plenty of time. Throws over to first. And that's out number 2. Sauceda up next. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Delgado still pitching well. And Sauceda lances it through the infield. Lands just past short. He'll be aboard with the 6th hit of the game for Rio Grande. And Alzate following him. This could be dangerous. 2 outs, man on first. On the 2-2 count, Alzate hits that to De La Cruz. He turns to second base, and that retires his side. Well done by Delgado there to keep it under control. The score remains 9-0 as we are through 4 innings. Nice screwball there to get the ground out, and Manuel Vargas will get to lead off the top of the 5th against Mario Cordero, who through 4 innings has allowed a hit, a walk, and a strikeout, but not a run. 47 pitches on the line for him. Vargas, after the 1-1 pitch, lifts that up into right field, but once again, not enough. This is a big park, and Alzate is there in plenty of time to put it away. Bases remain empty with 1 out for Larson. He grounded out last time, as did most of his comrades, and here he flies out to third base. Gentle little pop-up over O'Sullivan. He makes the play, and it's out number 2. Here comes Eleuterio de la Cruz. He walked last time, and this time on the 1-2 pitch, hits that to Alvarado, who has had, I think, the majority of his team's outs here. We are through the top of the 5th, and the Amigos remain unable to score in this ball game. Just completely demoralized. The Cotorras remain ahead 9-0, and I'm getting tired of saying it, but it is going to happen sooner or later. Have another shot at breaking double digits. Delgado is through 2 innings on 30 pitches. He'll face Cepeda, Michaca, and Rigby. Cepeda already has 2 hits on the day. He was the one who made it 9-0 with a single to center field, and here he flies out to right. Ojeda chasing it down. He's got it. It's out number 1. Goes Michaca, 0 for 2 with the ribby. 2-2 count. Michaca flies that one out to right field as well. Ojeda chasing it, and he's got it. The ball catches the wind and moves a little bit further, but no problem there for the Guánica right fielder. Rigby comes up next. He hit quite a bit worse at home, apparently. Goes after the 0-1 pitch, and it's caught. Vargas has it on the line drive, and no one left on there. The Cotorras remain in the lead as we're through 5. Delgado pitching 3 scoreless to give his team the semblance of a chance in this ball game. Hasn't worked yet, but he's trying. Ojeda will lead off, who was responsible, by the way, for 2 of those outs. He will lead off the top of the 6th against Cordero, who's sitting on 57 pitches through 5 scoreless innings. Ojeda on the 2-2 count, caught looking, a curveball at the bottom of the zone. Perhaps a bit of a generous call by the umpire, but it is Cordero's 2nd strikeout of the game, and there goes Ojeda. Bye-bye. Osmundo Mercado comes up next. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out last time, and he draws a walk. Here, 2 of the 3 true outcomes there for Osmundo Mercado in this ball game. Next up, Mario Franco. Can he do something here? 2-1 count. Chops it to Rigby. He goes to second. They will not get the out at first, though, thanks to a good slide there by Mercado. And they've still got a chance with 2 outs and the bases empty. How you can't square up that fastball down the middle, that's how you know Mario Franco's in a slump. Here comes Noé Pérez. 0 for 2 on the day. 1-1 count. Franco trying to steal second, and yet again, I do not know what Guánica is doing wrong. Their pitchers, their runners, everybody is screwing up here. Guánica gets the walk, and the Cotorras, as you know, get another shot at Héctor Delgado. He's through 3 innings, having done quite well so far as he faces O'Sullivan, Alvarado, and Tejeda. Sullivan 0 for 2 on the day. Strike 3. And is frozen with a fastball. Really just cannot put it together against righties. Manages a hit every so often, but this is more usual for him. All fastballs, and he just could not put the bat on any of them. Tito Alvarado comes up. He's 0 for 1 with an RBI. He will bring this to a full count. And he strikes him out. Delgado with his 4th strikeout of the night. Yesterday, he struck out 4 in 8 innings. This time, seemingly powered by a little bit of anger at how that game went. He's already managed that in less than 4. He will now face Cosme Tejeda, who's 0 for 2 with a ribby on 2 outs and bases empty. Tejeda flew out to left center last time he came up, and this time he flies out to De La Cruz on the liner. Another clean inning for Héctor Delgado, who is proving his worth, I would say, as an anchor in this rotation. Cordero, another shot to keep it scoreless against Noé Pérez, who's 0 for 2. That may have been one of those steals where you just hope the guy leading off the next inning can do better, as that is to O'Sullivan, who throws to first, and that's out number 1. A good play there. A lot of third basemen would have let that get through, but Riley O'Sullivan makes the throw in plenty of time. Makes it look easy, and that's out. Sebastián Martinez, 1 for 2 on the day. 2-2 pitch. He lifts that into left field. Not enough to escape Sauceda's grasp. He's got it all the way, and it's out number 2. Next up, Rian Higgins. He was supposed to be the big addition to the lineup this time, but so far he has produced nothing but ground balls. Guánica in the 7th, again unable to get in. We go to the bottom of the 7th, and Jesus Torres comes up. 1 for 3 with 4 runs batted in. Delgado will once again go up to pitch, and he gives up his first walk of the game. Next up, Sauceda. He's already got 2 hits tonight. And while he hits that ball hard, that goes to Martin at third. As Larson there will catch that ball. That looked like he threw it to first. Aha. So he throws it to Larson. Torres with a hard slide there breaks up the double play, and it'll be just the 1 out. Again, that screwball from Delgado can work wonders. Here comes Alzate. A lot of full counts being worked by the Rio Grande batters, but this time Delgado is successful. He gets 5 strikeouts in under 5 innings. Still 2 outs, still a man aboard for Cepeda, who's also got 2 hits on the day. And not quite enough to get past Vargas. He makes the pickup, goes back to base, and Rio Grande will just get the walk in the bottom of the 7th. 6 outs for Guánica to try and at least make this less embarrassing. Here comes Manuel Vargas, who's 0 for 2 on the day, facing Cordero. 7 scoreless innings, 85 pitches. Vargas will take him to a full count, and then he'll knock a leadoff base hit into right field. Not quite enough power for that to come down for extra bases, but look at this beautiful at-bat here. 10 pitches out of Cordero before he gets the fastball inside that he hammers. 4 fouls. This is a patient at-bat. This is a beautiful at-bat right here. The question is, can his teammates follow him there? Larson on the 1-1. Hits it high over center field. Tejeda doesn't even have to move much to chase it down. And he makes the catch. It's out number 1. And Eleuterio de la Cruz, who's thrown a walk on the day. Let's see if he can get aboard via the bat. On the full count, he cracks it to O'Sullivan at third. They will get the out at first, as Vargas makes it to second. O'Sullivan there evading De La Cruz's bat as it bursts on contact with the ball. And here comes Gaudencio Ojeda. He has had a really tough time with it in the postseason. And on the 0-1 count here, that's a big pop-up that does not land anywhere near where it needs to be. Torres has it, and it's 8 scoreless for Guánica. They have been completely unable to get anything going in this game. Delgado back out to pitch the bottom of the 8th, all but certain to be his last inning as he faces Menchaca, who is 0 for 3. Delgado has pitched 67, has hit 67 pitches now. He gets that ground out on the very first pitch. Menchaca retired on a ground out to short, a fastball. Rigby comes up next. No hits for him on the day. And on the 2-2 pitch, he lifts that up. I'm betting you Delgado is thinking, why couldn't I have pitched like this yesterday? And Cruz snags it, and it's out number 2. And here comes O'Sullivan. He's 0 for 3. Delgado misses with 4 straight pitches. Slider, fastball, screwball, and fastball. None of them in the zone, and O'Sullivan will be aboard as Tito Alvarado comes up next. Hey, once again, the Hector and Tito combination. This time, Eleuterio de la Cruz snuffs it out very quickly. Tito hits it to short and grounds out. Rio Grande just missed their last chance to crack double digits in this game, which I suppose is some kind of moral victory, because now number 5, Jose Aguilar, is in to hit for the Amigos, and boy, I just do not see this going well. Cordero may be over 100 pitches, he may have walked 2, but I just do not expect this to be any kind of real comeback. 3 outs for the Amigos. Aguilar hit nearly triple threes, and here on a full count pitch, well below the zone, he swings through the fastball. That's Cordero's 3rd strikeout. As here comes Mario Franco. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Franco pops it up. Alvarado chasing it down in shallow right field. Noé Pérez comes up as the last chance for his ball club to get anything done here. Of course, he's 0 for 3, and Pérez gives him the tiniest sliver of hope. 1-0 base hit on a fastball. So Esteban Martin could extend it. He's 0 for 1. He's 0-1 as Rigby drops it. Finally, a Rio Grande error, and Pérez will advance to second. 2 on with 2 outs for Rian Higgins. He brings it to a full count. Hits it right to Rigby at short, and this game is over. Mario Cordero pitches a 3-hit shutout, blanking Guánica 9-0 to go up 2-0 in the series. Note here that Rio Grande did not score after the second inning, but of course, it was a shutout, so they would have won regardless. Mario Cordero gets his 4th win of the season, having allowed, once again, just 3 hits, walked 2, struck out 3. Francisco Ramirez takes his 2nd loss, even though he only allowed 1 earned run. 2 very, very costly errors in this ball game. That bases clearing double, I think, just really sucked the life out of Guánica more or less permanently. Nothing to be done. They're going to have to try to get back into this series, but I think we all know who's going to dominate it now. We will probably not be able to get another game out, depending on when this one comes out. If this one is coming out something like July 7th, then we're probably another week out from getting you another game. If it's closer to the teens when this one comes out, then we are only a few days away from trying to record the rest of the Campeonato Nacional. We're going to try to bring you all of those so that when we start the Copa Mundial, we can focus on that, but you have plenty of baseball to watch beforehand. Until then, as always, this is Isidro Montalvo Espinosa, broadcast coordinator for Liga Nacional Puertorriqueña en vivo. Buenas tardes, gracias mil, y Dios les bendiga.